right? And we're talking about the benefits of using of using the storage offerings of Azure. So let's look at blob storage introduction, right? Um, it can store massive amounts of data such as text or binary data, and Azure Blob Storage is not structured, it is unstructured. That is the key point here. Unstructured meaning that there is no restrictions on the kind of data it can hold in terms of formats and whatever. It seems that it can hold different kinds of data, right? Different types of data. Blob storage can manage thousands of simultaneous uploads, massive amounts of video, data, constantly growing log files, and can be reached from anywhere with an internet connection. So basically, like I mentioned, the key term here is unstructured, right? So it can hold different types of data or different kinds of data. So blobs aren't limited to common file formats. A blob can contain a gigabyte of binary data streamed from a scientific instrument, an encrypted message for another application, or data in a custom format of for an app you're developing. So you can see the wide range of data that it can store, right? And one advantage of a blob storage over a disk storage is that it doesn't require developers to think about or manage disks. So that um, that is something you don't need to think about, right? In terms of managing or maintaining disks. So data is uploaded as blobs, and Azure takes care of physical storage needs. And so here are the different scenarios where blob storage would be ideal. So for instance, you're talking about serving images or documents directly to a browser, storing files for distributed access, streaming video and audio, storing data for backup and restore, disaster recovery, and archiving. So these scenarios are really helpful in terms of the topics that we're going to look at very soon, which is blob storage, tiers, and stuff like that. So in terms of like for instance, we're talking about backups, right? We're talking about storing data for backup and restore, recovery, archiving. We're also talking about analysis by an on-premises or Azure hosted service, streaming video and audio, storing files. So this is really important to know what it could be used for in an ideal situation. So because once we know all of these types of services, then it boils down to what is the scenario, right? And depending on the scenario, choose choose the appropriate storage service, right? And then also choose, and then also talk about the different tiers, which one you're going to use, which tier you're going to use. So all of that has to be kept in mind. um, and and what is the what what kind of data does a storage service store, right? So in case of blob storage, it's unstructured, meaning you could store different types of data, right from data backups, restore, streaming videos. It could be also used for archiving stuff, for analysis, right? Serving images or documents directly to a browser. So you can see the wide variety and range of services. So in the next video, we're going to talk about accessing blob storage and also describing the different tiers.